This is the best of the best we're about to see. To win one challenge certificate or agility certificate in a year is amazing. Some of these have won 3, 4, and there's even one young lady that's won 5 agility certificates in 1 year. So, and it really is the top of the shop to win one. So, and to get here, they've been practicing on the carpet, practicing in the atmosphere, and hopefully they are prepared as any athlete can be.
Does it get much bigger than this particular competition?
No, not at all. Certainly not in this country. And these competitions held at this magnificent arena here at the biggest dog show in the world is the envy of the rest of the world. And quite rightly so. We invented this sport back in 1978 and it's now gone totally global.
We've lost half the entries from earlier today. We are left with the very best of the best.
We are. It's a top 50% up to a maximum of 20. And we're starting off with the small competition, and there will be 7 competitors in that, 7 high-class competitors. It really is a very open competition in all the height categories.
And we'll ask you to talk us around the course with the first dog, which is going to be Rosie Cavill for Newport in South Wales with Spice, and you'll talk us around with that dog, with Rosie and with Spice. The course time 43 seconds, and here comes our judge, who you know very well indeed.
I do,
Bray.
Mr. Alan Bray. Alan divides his time now between Milton Keynes and Dartford. He is a top judge, he is a top competitor. In fact, he won a class at Olympia this year. He actually qualified to take part at Crufts, but judging precludes him. He says it is an absolute honour to be invited to judge the championships here at Crufts.
Here we are then with Rosie, with Spice, Cocker Spaniel, 9.5 years, dog of a lifetime, runner-up in 2013, won Olympia last year. And Rosie, nervous competitor, and I would think the nerves will be jangling, and I'll be quiet for this round. It's up to you to talk us round.
They go over the first jump, they go into the far end of the tunnel, now up over the dog walk. They must make contact with the end, into the tunnel. Over the jump, and they've got to push round the back of that one, and they come across the arena onto the A-frame. It's a sharp left turn, then right into the collapsible tunnel, which is a test of confidence, and onto the seesaw, which is a test of control. Over the jump, have to pull back into the far side of the tunnel, avoiding the dog walk, which she does nicely, and now it's a sharp, soft-sided entry into the weaving poles, beautifully picked up, and a great fast finish, tyre and jump. Well done, Rosie Cavill, just the 5 faults and a great time of 35.116. What a great start, Jim.
Great start, just a little fault on that dog walk, missing the white patch at the bottom, costing those 5 faults. Next to go, Mark Bruce from Broxbourne, west of Edinburgh, with Cindy, 6-year-old Jack Russell Cross. Senior member out there, Mark Bruce, age 62, competing for 8 years, 3rd time at Crufts, 1st time at championship level though, qualified for the Olympia final last year. Let's see how they go with Cindy, the 6-year-old. Okay over that dog walk, barking away around through the tunnel. Good speed, good enthusiasm, no fault so far. Up and down over that A-frame. Just touched that white bit at the bottom, so still clean and clear and pretty quick and setting the standard. Over the slide there, through the tunnel.
Oh, an unfortunate wrong end of the tunnel there. That's wrong course, the dreaded crossed arms. So that's an elimination there for Mark Bruce. Such a shame. First time here at Crufts, first championship at Crufts, but he will hopefully take away a great memory and great experience.
Great experience, what a great shame that the tunnel did for them, really. First elimination, and we'll have another look at it here. And sadly, not that way, not that way.
Couldn't quite believe it, could he?
Stephen Richardson from Cumbria, Angel, 7-year-old.
A bit of a struggle at the start there to get the dog to wait, decides not to bother. He won't waste any time, Stephen, and the dog's popped out over the wrong obstacle before it goes into the tunnel, so he's eliminated. Such a shame there for Stephen. And the problem is that these people know that they've got some fantastic dogs to come behind them, and they cannot afford to just take things steady. It's flat out.
A lot of pressure on them. Peter Purr sitting alongside us, who's seen more than his share of courses, reckon this was a very, very tough one, and it's been, his view has been vindicated early on.
It's not that tough. It's just now this is pressure. Nobody remembers who comes second in the championship here at Crufts.
So another elimination, sadly, for Stephen Richardson and for Angel.
He was just leaning that way with his left arm stuck out, which took the dog over the wrong obstacle. Such a shame.
Louise Cadman from Winsford in Cheshire with Twiggy, 5-year-old cross. First time at Crufts. Whatever happens, says Louise, she'll be taking the best dog home. Bit of a clown at times, but serious business ahead of the two of them here. And it's a good start. That's the right way to go through the tunnel. Tight and twisting as well. Very, very good from Louise and Twiggy, 5 years of age. Good through the collapsible tunnel as well. No points on the clock, 20 seconds gone. They have to hurry. They know there's some real quality to follow them. But it's a really good effort, this one by Louise from Winsford in Cheshire. What about the weave? That's good as well. All fine and all clear. Good finish as well. Through the weaves, through the tyres, and that final jump. That is a clear round, and that's really good as well from Louise. 35.6 best so far.
And that's going to put the pressure on all of them. And bearing in mind, she hasn't competed here at Crufts before. What an absolutely brilliant effort from this pairing. They've done themselves proud and hopefully take some great memories.
We're looking at David Wright from Bedford with Otis, miniature poodle. Very enthusiastic dog, this one, 6-year-old. Came third last year, and these two in great form. A couple of tickets in the last 12 months. And one of the fancied entrants here today in this small dog section.
Great running dog walk there from David, and this enthusiastic little poodle always does really well wherever he does. Doesn't take any prisoners when he's on the course, mind.
Great favourite here at Crufts is Otis, the miniature poodle. Everyone's smiling and hoping that this partnership does well. Good time to beat that, 35.6. How they're going to go through the weaves. They're going to go pretty well. 32, will they make it? Will they make it? Not quite. Not quite. But very, very close and an excellent round.
Only just outside the winning time, but it's how deceptive this dog is. You'd thought it's going a lot quicker, but it's all about tight turns and straight lines.
One to go after this one. Claire Burrell, second overall after the combined. From Yaxham in Norfolk with Teasel, 4-year-old working Cocker Spaniel. 3 tickets this year. Just a crazy dog, says Claire, but loves agility and will have to be on top form. Keep an eye on the time to beat, 35.662. Individual competitions for small, medium and large dogs. One more to go in the small section, and that is quick. She is whipping round this course. I believe this must be the quickest we've seen, and no points as well. 20 seconds gone. If they hold this together, this could be really good, but there's plenty more still to go. What about the weaves? Little hesitation there. Might just have dropped a second or two, and at the end, the weaves, the tyre, and the jump. And that is brilliant. 33.4, a massive lump Claire has taken out of the best time.
Not only was that the quickest round, that was probably one of the most technically perfect rounds I think you're probably likely to see here at Crufts. Over the long jump, and just a moment's hesitation, just a bit of confusion. It's all about communication. So our last competitor's going to have her work cut out.
Our last competitor, Bernadette Bay, with Zaz, Shetland Sheepdog. Deceptively quick. 3 times champion, going for an unprecedented 4th in a row, but will have to go very well. Only one other person has done 3 in a row, Nicola Garrett. So this will be unprecedented if Bernadette wins here. Talked to her beforehand. She was very, very keen to make it a 4-timer, and it's looking good. Always seems to have a lot of time. Deceptively fast dog. Up and down, good, quick, 21 seconds gone. That's an awesome time there, that 33.4, and doesn't Bernadette know it? And sadly, the pressure told on Bernadette there. We will not have a 4-timer. Warm applause at the end, but that time was so quick. That 33.4 from Claire, just too much.
Such a great effort, and really unlucky. She just took her eyes off the dog. 5 to win 5 tickets in a year for Bernadette Bays. It's just, as you say, it is unprecedented, but a great effort and well done to Claire Burrell. So
well done to Claire Burrell, winning there with Teasel, Claire from Yaxham in Norfolk. Crazy Dog, possibly, but the winner of the small section here today. First dog in the medium section of the Championship Agility Final. First of 7, Rebecca Sargent from Warrington in Cheshire. Dolly, 6-year-old Border Collie, once in a lifetime, and she loves this green carpet. Won the singles on Friday to this combination. So, Graham, they've got a good bit of form as they lead off first of 7 dogs in this medium section.
They have. The course is exactly the same as it was for the small competition. The jumps are just a bit higher.
First of 7 dogs in the medium section. Rebecca Sargent from Warrington in Cheshire won the singles on Friday, this combination. Dolly, 6-year-old Border Collie, and we are told the green carpet is one of her favourite places. Go.
Green carpet and the colour pink. This pair are really on a roll at the moment. I expect them to set a really fast time if they can just keep it clear. As you can see, there is no time wasted at all. They are up and down over that A-frame in a flash. Sharp right turn into the collapsible tunnel. Now it's the control point of the course. It must touch the ground before they go. Pull back into the tunnel. Can she avoid the wrong end? Yes, she did. Can she avoid the A-frame? It's about obstacle discrimination, and she's doing a beautiful display here. Great weave entry. Just 2 more to go. Come on, Becky. Wow-wee, 33.790. Now what a benchmark that is that's going to set for the rest of the class.
Well, Dolly, 33.7 with Rebecca there. Competitors hate going first, but she has made a magnificent fist of it. 33.7, beat that if you can. Karen Gibbons from Gloucester with Willow, 6-year-old Shetland Sheepdog, 3rd year at Crufts for Willow. Very vocal round the course. Willow has achieved so much, rather unexpected. What can this dog achieve here? That's what we're wondering. The upcheap noisy going around this course in the main arena. Wrapped crowd, big crowd in here as well on the last day of Crufts 2015. There's some faults there, missed the contact point at the end of that A-frame. That'll be costly. How up and down over the slide. It's a good round, apart from those faults that are absolutely infuriating. Probably not quite as quick as Becky's, but we shall see at the end. So the finish, the weaves. First of all, head for that tyre, and the climax is the jump. 35.6 as expected, a couple of seconds down, and some faults as well, Graham.
Great effort. That's the beauty about having a sparkling, stunning, clear round for the first one to go. Now everybody has to push to try and beat that amazing time.
You're looking at Rogue, Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever from Stoke-on-Trent. Handler is Amanda Hampson, 8 years of age. We don't see too many of this sort of dog.
No, we don't. She's represented her country a number of times with this breed. Always a great team member.
And we are off. Amanda and Rogue, 8 years of age. Good competitor, and just dropping 5 faults at the end of the dog walk there. You get punished so heavily for these errors. I say little errors, but of course the pressure is on. And otherwise it's a good round and a pretty speedy round as well. Up and down, that is legal there on that contact point. Bit of hesitation going into the tunnel, but it's fine at the moment. Tight turn there. Heading towards the end of the round as we head towards those weaves, and through them just about legally. It's okay. The weaves, tire is no problem. I'd better finish. Have a look at the time. It is 37 dead, and the faults as well. Probably not quite quick enough to be in the final shake-up.
And not with the fault, as you can see, unfortunately, just missing the contact there. She needed a clean sheet to be in with a shout. But again, another great run by Amanda Hampson and Rogue.
Helen Anderson from Norwich with the Kelpie. Helen Anderson then from Norwich with the Kelpie. Demon. Oh, have a look at that, 9 years of age. Careful and accurate their form was when we saw them earlier in the day. And another partnership. They're probably going a little bit quicker than you might think. Good start. Good first half of this round. 5 faults sadly picked up on the bottom of the A-frame. That'll hurt. Slide okay this time, no penalties there. Very good synchronization between between Helen and Demon, and they'll be looking for a big finish. Love the way that the Kelpie goes through the weaves. And looking down, it is a good time, you know. It's 35.1. But again, we talk about little errors. They're all big errors in this final.
Yes, any error is a big error when you're on the centre stage. But again, this dog's been fantastic over the years. Kelpie is never the easiest to train, but she's done an absolutely fantastic job, and it has been one of the top winning dogs in recent years.
So much quality still to come. Pudsey needs no introduction. A star dog with Ashley Butler, but here really just another competitor.
Yes, he is, but a very good competitor. Always competitive, this dog. This is what it does on its day off when it's not doing media work, and he's having a great time. He always challenges Ashley on an agility course, barking his excitement all the way around, and she's going for it.
Ashley very keen to show, and as well as all the other sort of work that she does with Pudsey, 9 years of age, that she's still very handy around the agility course, and it's a good time, and it's pretty clean and clear as well, scampering through the end there. And that's excellent, 34.3 from Ashley. That really is good. It's good enough to put her into second place at the moment.
How tight is this? You can see him barking his enjoyment, telling Ashley that she really needs to go a little bit quicker all the way around. Fur and ears flying everywhere. He's having a fantastic time.
Here we go, 3 times world champion, 2 to go. This could be an exceptional finish. This is Natasha Wise, Dizzy, 8-year-old border collie, 5 times Olympia champ. Highly fancied here. We could be in for a terrific finish to this competition. Keep a close eye on Dizzy. Low centre of gravity and really moving at the moment. No one's been quicker over this earlier part of the course. A slight hesitation there. What about the A-frame up and down? This is so quick. This is absolutely outstanding. Collapsible tunnel in and out in the blink of an eye. Up and down over the slide there. Good tight turns. No speed being lost on the carpet. Well up with the clock as well. We're looking towards the finish. Up and down in through the weaves. Come on, we're looking for a really good time. 33 to beat. I think she's going to beat it, you know. But excellent finale.
31.949. What another superb round by Natasha Wise. Up and down in the blink of an eye.
The pressure is on. This could be really exceptional here. Sian Illingworth with maybe 5-year-old European champion 2013 for Team GB, 4 tickets now, winner in 2013, but with a different dog, Sian, very much in the mix, and the pressure is on. They have to go quickly, and they cannot afford any faults. Don't blink on this one. Up and down over the A-frame. It's good at the moment, and right up with the clock as well, through the collapsible tunnel. This is building to a tremendous climax. Keep one eye on the dog and one on the clock. 31 seconds. That's an awesome time to beat. But this partnership are right up with it. They've got to really motor through those weaves. Time ticking away. Just a few seconds to go. 31 to beat. And 31.77. They've done it. They have done it. Would you believe it? 31.77 plays 31.949. We told you it was going to be close. We told you it was going to be fascinating. That's a blink of an eye. They've won that one in.
Well, I've just been told off for jumping up and down too much here on the gantry. That was absolutely fantastic. That was one of the best finishes I think we could ever hope to see.
What a great competition that was. Absolutely sensational. And look at the margins between Sian and between Natasha. That is between first and second. You won't see a closer competition than that in a whole legion of Crufts. We are into the large section of the agility final. 10 dogs. First to go, Laura Chudley from Birmingham with Troy, the Border Collie. Laura with 3 tickets this year with Troy. We have had fantastic excitement so far. What will the large dogs provide? First on the carpet, Troy letting us know that he is around, and we'll be looking to set the standard for the other 9 dogs. And all going according to plan so far. The weaves are next, and then there'll be the last couple of obstacles with the tire and that final jump, and that's pretty good. 33.338 and 0 faults.
Pretty good, I think, is a mild way of putting it. That's a really great round and a great benchmark for the other 9 competitors that are due to come without her. That kid's going to put her in with every shout.
Alan Wildman from Blackpool, experienced agility competitor with Minx, 5-year-old Border Collie. Last year, Minx won a championship certificate at Scunthorpe, competed for Team GB in Hungary. Experienced partnership, and they will have to be at their very best, use all that know-how if they're going to succeed here, because as promised right at the start, and there's 5 faults up and down over the A-frame. Of course, we'll keep going, just a bit of contact over the A-frame. Collapsible tunnel is good, and of course once you have those faults, you really have to motor. There's no point in hanging around, and I don't think we've seen that pole down very often. There's another 5 faults and an elimination as well. What a shame. Alan and Minx are eliminated. First dog to be eliminated in this large section.
Was such a shame. They came round taking the pole down there, so that was the first 5 faults, and unfortunately went across the side of the A-frame, the long jump as you see here, picked up refusal and did the next obstacle before he could correct it.
You're looking at last year's winners. Greg Derritt, great agility career. First of 2 dogs for him. Detox, 9-year-old Border Collie. Just retired from international competition. Represented Great Britain, silver medalist at the World Championships as well. These 2 know their way around.
One of this country's most successful and consistent competitors and partnerships, represented the country 6 times, had 4 podium places at international competitions, a tremendous experience, and by no way is this dog finished yet. You will see it just absolutely flies round an agility clause. Greg having to work really hard to keep the dog off the A-frame, which he did nicely. Into the weaves, leaves the dog miles away. Come on, just 2 more to go. Well done.
And that's the best so far, 32.6, and clear 2. So last year's champions laying down the gauntlet, saying we will defend this, beat us if you can.
Just hugs these wings, gets such tight turns and a great straight line finish.
Here we go with Charlotte Harding from Bristol and Scandal. Charlotte's been doing agility for 15 years. Her 3rd dog is Scandal. Big success here already, won the agility round earlier and won the singles on Friday. They're in a winning streak. Up and down over the dog walk. Very good, all these dogs, prime, ready to go, determined to produce their best. Don't want to let anybody down, that's good, and this is, I believe, is a very, very quick round. Up and down again, over the seesaw. That's the way to go into the tunnel, pops out of it, tight turn. Building towards the finish. The weaves next, in and out of the weaves. Then the tire, and then that little jump at the end, 32.4, and that is the quickest so far. It's getting quicker and quicker and quicker.
Totally different handling style to Greg Derritt. She's a lot quieter in everything that she does, but she just seems to draw that extra ounce of speed out of the dog, and they are having an absolutely great couple of years. Won the silver medal this year at the World Championships.
There might just be a little bit of a pause here because Greg Derritt is returning, and he just ran a moment ago, and well, he might just need a little bit of a breather, and I think we should probably allow him that one, shouldn't we?
I think we should. He's been here for 25 years now. He was part of the silver winning medal-winning team at the World Championships this year, together with Charlotte Harding and Jessica Clare-Hugh and Anthony Clark. A tremendous experience. It's been a little while since we won a silver in the World Championships. But again, you just can't believe what an achievement that is. Out of about 32 or 33 countries, and there he is, talking to Jessica Clare-Hugh.
The only thing is, I mean, it's a bit like running a race, and you run your 200 metres, and you go, by the way, you've got to go again straight away. He's entitled to a breather, isn't he?
And what he's most importantly, what he's got to do, yes, you're right, physically he's got to do it, but now he needs to try and calm himself down, because now he's got another dog. This dog will have its own characteristics and traits, so he has to tune himself into that dog, and more importantly, he has to get that dog tuned into him. But if you're out of breath and breathless and the adrenaline's going, it's a nightmare.
Sympathetic applause from the crowd. Rehab is certainly ready to go. On the British Open this year, they've won 3 tickets, 1 to watch, a partnership to watch in this large section. And we're away with Greg Derritt and Rehab. Good start. Greg quickly into the work again, and sadly, we have an elimination there. Perhaps needed a little bit of extra time to Greg there. An early fault, a bit of a slide at the end of the A-frame as well. But it's great here. It's terrific that the crowd in this arena understanding things and applauding the dog all the way around.
I think you made a very good point, Jim, that I think he probably did need just that little bit longer. But this is the younger of his 2 dogs, and it's got a great future in front of him, and Greg Derritt will be back. And there he goes. Just turned his head to the right and took his eyes off the dog. Such a shame. And then you get the elimination signal for Alan Bray, who hopefully is having a fantastic evening here.
Jessica Clare-Hugh from Leeds with Cara, 5-year-old border collie, second in the singles on Friday. And this partnership have had a brilliant couple of years, and we're eager to see if they're going to continue here on the biggest stage of all, the carpet at Crufts, final day, Crufts 2015. Jess has improved hugely in recent years. Look closely at Cara. Cara clearing that with ease. Terrific. Up and down over the A-frame. This is nice, this is tidy. 16 seconds is a quick time as well. They really have swallowed up that early part of the course very quickly indeed. Again, that tight turn, keeping her feet well on carpet that can be slippery at times, turning towards the finish. Bit of a hesitation there. That's some faults there. That'll cost them very, very dearly. How sad that is. The weaves will be quick through there, will Cara and Jess, and the finish as well. But as you see, the clock at the bottom, 39.4, and they lost a heck of a lot of time there, Graham, at the end.
Over there, she chooses that she's going to cross behind the dog, but before the dog's actually, or as it's presented, it's turned away, unfortunately picking up 5 faults for a refusal.
We're looking at Pip, border collie, Lee Windiett from Sittingbourne. Dog actually belongs to Sandra Adams. Lee runs and trains Pip. And Lee, there's not too much about this agility game that he doesn't know, Graham.
No regular appearer here at Crufts. Just making sure the dog's set. Very quick little dog this there. Although the smaller the dog, actually they look as though they're going just a little bit faster than they are. But he's right there to push the dog round, changes, swap sides, so he does the A-frame on the right, changes sides again to pick the dog up on the left, now into this tunnel, and now just has to steady the down. He doesn't want to get a fault there. Putting his arm up in the air, turning into the dog, which is the stop signal for the dog saying, don't go in that direction. This is going to be right up there, Jim. Just keep an eye on the time as we come through the weaves. There's just going to be a couple more to go if he can keep it clean. Yes!
It's just fractionally outside, but it's an excellent time. 32.5 plays 32.4. So Charlotte Harding still marginally quickest, but this is going to be decided by fractions of a second. It's another great competition looming.
Just over a tenth of the second, and you think this course is probably 120, 130 meters long?
Leslie Osborne from Chichester with Rebel in the European team. 5 years of age, the Border Collie, a noisy star. Noisy? You're not kidding. The dog walk is not good. 5 points picked up there. 5 faults. Yep, we know you're there. We know you're there.
You could probably
We
hear
should put
me
down the
laughing in the
commentary mics,
background.
really.
Yes. The dog's doing enough talking for both of us. But what is great is that it's just showing how much fun this dog is having out there. Great advert for agility. I'm not so sure that that the handler's having such a good time, but
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He'll be upset with those 10 faults, so with Leslie and with Rebel as well. Yelping good entertainment out there, though, Graham.
It was, and there you saw the fault on the dog walk, and then unfortunately just clips the back of that dog walk at long jump.
2 to go. Matthew Goodlift from Watford Village in Northamptonshire with Quincy. Fantastic dog, 4th year at Crufts. Loves competing here. Has competed for Britain in the European Championships. And will be fancying the big title here. Do not worry about that. Come on, come on. Urging Matthew there. The dog saying, I'm doing my best, I'm doing my best, and going very well too. Up and down over the A-frame, it's good and it's fast. It really is fast, this one through the collapsible tunnel. Keep an eye on the 32.4 at the bottom, because this competition will be decided by very fine margin. Just a bit of a slip. We've seen 1 or 2 of those on the carpet, but it's building towards a really good finish and well up with the clock. Will we get to the finish within the time? 31, 32, 33, just outside it by the best part of a second. And you might just see where that fractions of a second were lost.
Just a little bit wide going into the weeds, but look at the style of that dog, alternating paws as he goes through, and it's all won and lost on the turns. He was just a little bit wider, which is just such a shame, but this is building into a fantastic climax.
Last dog, Dave Munnings from Newbury with Boss, 5 years of age, member of the Great Britain squad in the World Championships. Not easy to train, but will want to show he's at his best when it matters. On the big stage, curtain up here, good and proper. 32.4 the time to beat, and no faults as well. Will the Boss, Dave from Newbury, will they do it? They're up with it at the moment. They're well up with it at the moment. And it's been clean and it's been quick, in and out of the tunnel in a flash, turning towards home now. They've got about 7 seconds to do it. Can they do it through the weaves? I think they're going to run out of time just, but you never know. Can they do it? Will they get over 33.7 just outside? And so Charlotte Harding has done it. Just lost a little fraction of time, and that is crucial.
Just made sure that the dog got the dog walk, and that's enough to take off the speed that they carry on to the next obstacle. But I'm sure you'll agree, Jim, that that is probably one of the highest class competitions I think we've ever seen here at the Championship Find the Crufts. A fantastic, fantastic advert for British agility.
Well, you've seen many more than me, Graham, but it was absolutely gripping, this one. And again, decided by very fine margins. 32.4, Charlotte Harding against 32.5, Lee Windiott, and Greg's 32.6. The top 3 all in the 32s there. You can't get closer competition than that, and a super course as well set by Alan Bray that really allowed those dogs to shine. Just a couple of eliminations at the end there. Right, we're getting set for the presentation here in the main arena at Crufts, ticking towards the final hours of what has been another wonderful Crufts show, Crufts 2015, and a compelling competition, the Agility Championship final. We gave it the big build-up beforehand. We were not disappointed, and I'm sure all of you out there, no matter where you are, will have loved what you saw here. Agility at its very best, and that's what you expect on the biggest stage of all, the main Genting Arena here at Crufts at the NEC in Birmingham, in the middle of England.
We're extremely pleased to welcome actually a very good friend of the agility in Nigeria. We've got the presenting this evening, Kennel Club, the director of agility in the American Kennel Club.
The presentations this evening are going to be made by Carrie DeYoung, who is Director of Agility for the American Kennel Club, escorted there by Mr. Morris Cook, the Crufts and General Committee.
We bumped into her yesterday. She's got her finery on tonight.
She has. She usually got a fabulous pairs of shoes on, but she's been very conservative tonight. And we're also making a presentation to Mr. Alan Bray. Fantastic honour to be asked to judge the championship final here at Crufts. He's done such a fantastic job, designed some great courses, designed 3 today, including the final. And he's under a lot of pressure himself, but he's done an absolutely fantastic job.
He did indeed. He gave us a course which the dog and handlers could flourish, and it is all about a spectacle. And he gets a warm round of applause from 7,000 people here in the main arena, who greatly appreciated everything they have seen over the last 3/4 of an hour or so. Spectacular.
They're also just thanking the fantastic arena party that we have. All volunteers give up 4 days of their time.
Top job by one and all. Here we go then, the winner of the small championship, Claire Burrell. Absolutely superb performance by Claire and by Teasel, 4-year-old working Cocker Spaniel. Louise Cadman with Twiggy from Winsford in Cheshire. Whatever happens, I'm going to be taking the best dog home, said Louise, and the dog's going to go home with a nice prize. Sean Illingworth from Shirley in Surrey, won in 2013 with a different dog, and maybe the 5-year-old Border Collie has done the business for Sean in 2015. Natasha Wise, 3 times world champion, 5 times Olympia champion. What a brilliant competition that was, and well done to Dizzy. Charlotte Harding and Scandal. Charlotte's been doing agility for 15 years. This will be right up there with the top of her achievements, with no little thanks to Scandal as well. What a Crufts they have had. Lee Windiott from Sittingbourne, hugely experienced handler. Lee and Pip, the Border Collie. Second in the large section.